Well, hello, everybody. Cheryl Rogers, Mark Lowry. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're going to start off with a little song. Here we go. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. I am weak, but thou art strong. Oh, Jesus, keep me from all wrong, and I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Play it, Cheryl. Watch this, y'all. Oh yeah, let it be, dear Lord, let it be.
Chorus, here we go.
Everybody sing. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. I'll be daily walking close to thee. Lord, let it be, let it be. Please, dear Lord, let it be. Hey everybody, I am in Atlanta, Georgia, and I hope you got your iced tea. This is Cheryl Rogers, the most incredible keyboardist in this room.
Thanks a lot for that.
And I love you. She produced the Gaither Vocal Band Piece of the Rock CD.
That was fun.
And that was years ago, but she is the only woman Bill Gaither ever let produce anything that I'm aware of. So that's a pretty big deal. Hey, I want to tell you what's going on. I just had the most incredible weekend. Hello, Joe Beach, my buddy. Joe Beach is my best friend now. I've added him to the clan. He is a pastor at the Amazing Grace Church. We had the best time. We sang, "Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is to him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing blood." And then we did the love of God, and then Brad Jersak. I flew out there. See, I heard of Brad Jersak, and then I saw him on YouTube, and I decided that I had to, go find him and see him in person. And Brad, Joe, my buddy, the pastor of the church, I was talking to him on the phone. He says to me, Mark, Brad's my friend, and he's coming to my church. And it was just like a month ago. He said, July, whatever this was like weekend, 27th. And I said, I'll be there. And I was there, had the best time. I stayed in Joe and Karen's house. They were so hospitable, had incredible food. Joe Beach is an incredible cook. So anytime you are in Englewood, Colorado, you go by his house. You tell him Mark Lowry sent you and that you want tacos. And it was incredible. I want to tell you, I've got more things to tell you. I want to get to it because we've got the Talleys on tonight. We've got a tribute quartet and then an interview with my good friend Jackie Patillo, who is the president of the Gospel Music Association. So we want to get to it. This Wednesday night will be the final day that you can actually, excuse me, let me get this up here. That's not it. Right there. If you go to fh.org/dinner, Food for the Hungry, we want you to help us reach our $20,000 goal. We're trying to raise $20,000 for Food for the Hungry. We are $2,000 away. So if you would like to help us reach that goal and help all those children in Bangladesh, please go over there and do that. Let me see, what else do I want to tell you? Where are my notes? I want to see if anybody's even on. Let's go see. I hope that stays there.
Me too.
Cheryl. And all the way, here we are. Colleen. Colleen's not here. Obviously, Colleen is in, she's starting to teach school. Oh, look at us playing. It's a little bit of a delay. Colleen is starting school August 3rd. So when I get back to Houston, usually she's my co-host when I'm in Houston. But when I'm on the road, I can't drag her around. Not when I got Cheryl Rogers, and she's homegrown here in Atlanta. And so what else are we doing this week, Cheryl?
We are working on our first volume of duets of piano vocals of the songs that we are
that we love,
songs that are seeping into our souls, right?
Songs that more expose the love of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, God to us. That's what we're looking for. And they're all in those old hymns. You don't have to look very far. You don't even have to write anything.
No, we're not writing anything.
And there's some are old. And then I thought of one today. Consider the lilies, they don't toil or spin. But there's not a king with more splendor than them. Anyway, that's Joel Hemphill's song, And what a writer he is. So anyway, that's what we're doing here for a few days. And then we're working on a musical called Judgment Day, the musical. We don't know what that's going to turn out to be, but we're going to have fun trying it. Martha Bolton is coming in, hopefully, Lord willing. Y'all pray for her family. There's some sickness going on in her family, and it's really, we need the power of the Lord. Just go over there and touch them. And let's see what else is on my list. Because, of course, y'all know I don't have my list out and ready. That's it. So let's go, and this is when Colleen and I went to see the Talleys. And if anybody out there knows anything I forgot, just text me if you have my number, and I'll remember to do it when we come back. We will be back right after this with the Talleys and tribute and Colleen. So she is on the show today.
Yeah.
Here's old Colleen. So we're going to see the Talleys. I've known Lauren Talley since she was a little girl. And I knew Kirk Talley when he sang tenor for the Cathedral Quartet in the early 80s. Do you remember the Cathedral Quartet, Gaynell?
I remember the Cathedral.
Do you remember Kirk Talley? Or not?
I didn't know the names. I just remember them
He
singing.
was a tenor for the... And when I first joined the vocal band, he was with them. And then he left them and started the Talley Trio. Now it's Roger, Lauren, and Deborah, the mom.
So it's those family voices that blend.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I saw them, but I think it was in Beaumont.
After all this time, I'm nothing but grateful at every turn I find. He's been good, he's been kind, he's been nothing but faithful, faithful after all this time. I love to tell the story of unseen things above, of Jesus and His glory, of Jesus and His love. Oh, it gets sweeter as the days go by. It gets sweeter as the moments fly. The richer, deeper, fuller, sweeter, 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 sweeter as the days go by.
He don't know. He's not.
She and I have been cool for 41
That's
years.
right. I done got him broke in good. I think I'll keep him.
I'm sitting here with the Talleys. Y'all were so good tonight.
Thank you.
I've never heard y'all do a concert by yourself.
Yeah, I guess you haven't.
Of course, you did about an hour, and then Tribute came out and did an hour or so, and then you took an intermission.
Yeah.
And then you come out and do a few, and y'all let me get up with you. That was
Oh, that was
Thank you for
fun.
doing that. You're a good sport.
Oh, listen.
We were talking backstage. We're like, okay, they were saying, well, what's Mark gonna do? I was like, just give him the ball and let him run. Just stay out of his way.
Oh, Lord. Well, it was so good. And so now you started the Talleys. In case you're not familiar with them, you need to Google them. Talleys.com, I guess.
TheTalleys.com.
TheTalleys.com. And then you have a
LaurenTalley.com.
Lauren Talley. So you got two careers going.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just like I did when I
Yeah.
was with Vocal Band.
Yeah.
First of all, how's your solo?
Doing awesome. I just dropped 2 new solo albums. My new hymns record is called Loudest Praise, and then I have a new worship album coming soon called Glorious God. So I'm very busy and doing some fun stuff.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
And so, how many dates a year are y'all doing as a trio?
We will probably do about 100 dates this year, but we're kind of tapering our dates off and letting Lauren go more out on her own because Deborah and I, we're not as young as we used to be, but we still have some
up
good
straight.
stuff left. That's right.
I know it. Well, Deborah, you've been singing. Now, you don't do that one song I heard you sing a million years ago, I guess it was.
Thinking about home?
Oh, Thinking About Home?
I still
do you
do.
still
Oh,
sing
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And do you do the one about, is that the one, A Penny for You?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, gosh.
I still do it.
You still do it? I'm surprised you could go anywhere and not do that.
Well, I've been doing that song, I recorded it in 86.
yeah.
33
So,
years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
What's your song right now that you're really pushing and happy with?
The song we ended the first set with, Death Was Arrested, is our current single. It's doing real well. And we had closed our concerts with He's Alive for like the last 10 years. And then when we got to singing Death Was Arrested, we all had a new closer all of us.
Isn't that nice?
It's good to get a new
Yes, it is. And so how's Kirk? Now, Kirk, the original Talley trio was Kirk and you two.
That's right.
And you were
a child.
She
A
was baby.
3
yeah.
or 4, just a baby.
Well, she was 1 when we started.
One.
Yeah, she was 1.
And y'all traveled for how many years?
10, about 10.
Sang with Kirk for
Yeah.
10 years.
And
And,
then you-
he's doing good.
Yeah, tell
He
us.
has some voice issues with his vocal cords, but
Is it better?
he has had several kinds of treatments and nothing has really worked. He has good days and bad days, but he doesn't go out and sing anymore. But other than that, he's doing really
But he's
Yeah.
writing. He's still writing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What a writer. And he's working at Dillard's, right?
Yeah.
Because I went by and saw him.
Did you?
I
Yeah.
saw your
Oh,
picture
that's
with him
great.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he tried to sell you a lot.
Oh, yeah. He still dresses
He's
like...
still the number 1 salesman.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he is.
He is.
I mean, he doesn't let anything stop him.
No.
He is such a trooper. So, where do y'all head from here? I mean, you're going home today. We're in Houston, by the way. That's why I got them here live rather than on Skype.
We're going to sing in Morton, Mississippi tomorrow and then
Oh, really?
go home.
Okay, yeah. So you be there all day?
It's just Sunday night.
So if you want to see the Talleys live and in person, and you need to before the Vestal and Howard retire.
Oh!
No, the Mark.
Savage.
You know what I thought tonight when I heard Singletary play that piano? Because he's kind of like, it's kind of like Howard Goodman
Yeah.
on acid. You know? it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's great.
And your piano playing, because you've done studio work. You still do
I still
studio?
do studio sessions. A lot.
So if someone wants to make a record,
Tell them to call me and we will fix them up.
Oh, hallelujah.
you know, back in the day, I called a lot of people like you. You know, before Gaither came along, from 1980 to 1988, I was doing 200 concerts a year and making custom records.
Yep.
And they sell just as good
They sure do.
as
They
the
sure do.
record company record. And that's when we had records.
Yeah. It's all about the
Oh, you're
music.
dating us now.
Oh, no, no. Are y'all selling the little USB things?
Sometimes.
We do the
Yes.
USB. We're on all the streaming platforms. We do downloads, and we still have physical product too. So it's just crazy the way the music business is now, because you have to be a digital and social media expert at the same time as just doing
Or
what
get in
we're
there
all
and
used
wing-
to doing.
Are you
Yeah.
going live much?
Occasionally, I
On
do Bible
Facebook?
studies and devotionals and things live.
But you
on
have
my
to go live
Facebook.
during sound check. Go
Yeah.
live during. I don't go live as much as probably I should, but I go live
We don't
enough.
either. And I tell you, we think that we're boring. Now, other people might not think that we're boring, but we think we're boring.
Well, I
So,
think I'm boring too, but it doesn't stop me.
Apparently, you're not, because there's a whole bunch of people in this
Yeah,
world that
yeah.
think you're not boring.
You've done real well to be.
But you know what? I just started every Monday night. I said, okay, what day
Yeah,
of the
that's
week
good.
am I home mostly? It's Mondays. What day of the week do most people who have real jobs hate? It's
Yeah.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Why don't we throw a party every Monday
That's
night?
great,
And
yeah.
it's not always a party, but it's at least we're consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're there every
So
Monday night.
did you
That's
say that
important.
Monday is your birthday?
This coming Monday, yeah.
It's Roger's
Dad's
birthday.
I
Me
know.
too.
That's right. I
Isn't
heard
that
that earlier.
crazy?
What
Yeah.
year were you?
I was born in 51.
Oh,
so I will be
58.
68.
You're gonna be. But look at you. You still thin.
And,
You know-
And I don't know
cookies
how,
and-
because the man is
Oh.
the original Cookie Monster.
What do you
Love
mean?
my
He's never
sweets,
met
dude.
sweets that he didn't
That's
like.
exactly
Really?
right.
Yeah.
I found a donut in a box over by our product table and ate it during intermission.
Yes. I looked down at one point, and there on our money box, I went. He
Half
said,
a
"That's my donut." I said, "No kidding."
Okay, we won't touch it then.
So, are you a cook too? Did you say?
No,
you're
I
a
don't cook.
That
but
would be the
she's the
cook.
best cook in the world.
She
Really?
Yes.
Well, when I
Not the
come
world.
through next time,
Don't
I
say it
love-
if you don't mean it.
I will. I love home cooking more than
Well,
I
you
love
get
that
yourself
turd
to my
special.
house.
I
Come
know
do that.
the marriage supper of the lamb is going to be fried chicken,
Thank you.
mashed potatoes and gravy,
Yep.
homemade, corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, you got to have my cream.
Cream
corn.
style corn. Mama does
Fried
it the best.
apples.
no.
I make fried
Lord.
apples.
She
yeah.
makes
And y'all
Lauren's
live
good
where
cook, too.
again?
East
Morristown.
Tennessee.
Morristown, Tennessee. I've been there so many times.
Well, you
Come
gotta
on
come
back.
back.
I love you guys.
We love you.
too.
Well, I'm going to play a few clips from
Yeah.
tonight rather than
Sure.
make y'all sing something right here.
Play the
That'd be
ones
good.
where we're on pitch, if you don't mind.
Well, that was most of them.
Pick those.
I love you guys. That's
love
good.
you
That's
too.
all we need. And then Gary Caruso started Tribute Quartet, best I remember it correctly, or else he joined the group, but he owns it now. He's the leader of that group, and I've never heard them live. They've been on Mondays with Mark, but I've never heard them
Tribute?
live. Yeah. early on, before you were involved, before I could hire you,
Before you could.
afford you, you know.
Well, you know,
Ed
God,
McMahon's
I
not
am-
cheap. Oh,
I am
red light.
Pretty costly, you know.
I've been with Jesus, and I'm so happy. I can feel Him in my soul. With love He saw, with blood He brought. I've been with Jesus, and I'm home. You can move that mountain, you can move that mountain. Wherever there's a will, there's a way. Everybody come see Jesus. Everybody come now. Everybody come. Son of God, Son of Man. Never been another do the things He can. Healer, teacher, Savior, man. Never been another do the things He can. I'm standing on the rock of ages. Safe from every storm, all the storm and rages. Rich in love and grace, but not from sand and wages. I'm standing on the solid rock. Come on, it's a letter, and I know with a mouth that hearts will make us start. But we're trusting in our God. Come on, all aboard. Let's go to that land. Come on, let's go to that land. Where you can hardly flow. Come on, it's a letter, and I know. And now I'm longing and I'm hoping. I have no time for looking, for I will soon be floating away upon the moon.
Y'all did so good tonight, you
Thank you.
tribute quartet.
Thank you.
Now, who's the newest member here?
That
You are?
would be I.
How long? Tell me your name.
Gus Scasius.
Gus, how long have you been in this group?
How long have I been here? 6 months?
Yes,
January.
yeah,
January.
Okay, and then how long? How about you?
I'm Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah, and I've been here 8.5 this month.
8.5 years? Months? Oh, years?
8.5 years.
Ooh, my good. And you're not. You're the bass. Right.
Well, I'm the closest thing that they've got.
Well, you got some effects on there or something, making it sound like you're a bass. That was something. And you're fantastic.
Oh,
Gus.
you're too kind.
Your
Thank
tenor
you.
is great.
Thank you.
And Gary, you've had this. Did you start this group?
Yes.
Remind me.
Josh and I did. We traveled with a
Okay.
family group years ago called the Wilburns. And when the Wilburns retired, they passed the mantle over to Josh and I, and we just kept on going.
And that's been how many years?
December will be 13 years.
And Josh, have you always been an idiot? Yes, speak up. That mic can't hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. You know those videos you do?
Yeah.
Of the old people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Are
old
you
people.
still doing those?
I haven't done them in a while.
Please.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
They're funny, y'all.
They're funny.
It's like you're talking.
They're always complaining.
Yes.
They're old codgers.
Yes.
They're always complaining.
He does this character of old people. Can you do a little?
I don't know. What's your Mondays with Mark?
It's just a time where we get together and celebrate and have a fun day.
But is it loud?
It's pretty loud.
Oh, I don't want anything. That's ridiculous.
You got to do more of that. Those are some funny videos. Now, how did you end up being the clown in your group?
I don't know. It's a DNA defect or something. I don't know. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just went with it.
So, were you being funny before?
With the
were in this
Wilburns, a
group?
little bit, but I was just a piano player, so
Okay.
I wasn't doing a whole heck of a lot. But it's a long family line of sense of humors, and you know when it comes to your mind and you just can't help but say it, you just say it or you do it.
Your piano playing is like your mind.
Yeah, it is.
I was watching you, and I saw some hand movements that remind me a little bit of blowback to old Howard.
Yes.
But it was like Howard on acid. I mean, it was amazing. You're very much into jazz, aren't you?
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Who was your hero?
Oh Lord!
Who were your
Oh
heroes?
man, that's
Come on.
like
Confess.
All right, Oscar Peterson,
Okay.
Dave Brubeck, Harry Connick was a big one.
Oh yeah.
Because I was a classical student, but it was listening to Harry stuff that made me go, oh, because I didn't like jazz at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
Well,
improvisational?
yeah, because classical is black and white. You play what's on the paper,
Right.
interpret whatever you can. But then jazz is like that, and then I wanted to like it, but I started listening to some Harry Connick stuff, and I was like, oh, that's a melody. Oh, and it just kind of progressed.
It's like throwing
so I
paint
listen to
on the
everybody
wall.
now. Yeah,
To
Jacob
me,
Collier now is a big one.
Oh,
yeah, it
really?
is like throwing paint on the wall.
Yeah, but the problem is some people throw paint on the wall, and it's not in the
And
music.
they get arrested.
Yeah, but it's not in the musical structure of the chord.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
And I've heard singers do that. Like we had a tenor, and I don't want to tell you who,
no.
but he thought he was Michael English, right? And he would try to do licks, and he'd do his hand like Michael. Well, the problem is he couldn't. It wasn't
Not
in
Michael.
the chord.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah.
like this, and I'll
Yeah.
cut this out of the tape, but you got to hear this. I finally figured out that licks are like throwing a baby in the air. The audience is the baby, and the person who does the licks, all that stuff that I can't do,
It's the person who has to catch them.
is the one who's
Yeah,
going to
you're
catch
right.
them, right?
That's a great analogy.
So this new tenor we had, he'd throw the audience in the air, and about 9 times out of 10 he'd drop the baby.
Oh my! Oh.
Because it wasn't in the chord structure.
Mm.
It
Oh,
wasn't
gotta be
right.
that
Even
mix.
my
Yes.
ear knew it wasn't right,
Right.
right? And so the one time he caught the baby, the one time everything worked, the one time it should have been thrilling, the audience wasn't thrilled,
Yeah,
they
no.
were relieved.
Yes.
Because you finally did it.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
audience knows.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Very
But
much
they
so.
don't know why they like what they like, and they don't know why they don't like what they
But
don't
they
like.
know.
They know
They
they like
know.
it or they don't.
Yeah, that's why they
That's
bought
it.
a ticket
That's
to
right.
see
That's
y'all
right.
because
Right.
if they weren't any better than y'all, they might as well stayed home and taped themselves, right?
Yeah. But you have to show them that they like it, and then it has to pay off. You know.
And you got to look like you're having fun, and that's where you
Absolutely.
come in.
Yeah.
Every group needs an idiot. And I was the vocal band idiot, right? In fact, Gaither said, he said, just make fun of me. Well, that was
Yes,
easy.
absolutely. Well, but who wants to come see a boring program to begin with?
Right.
If I have a message to tell you, you're not going to listen to me if you're bored.
Right.
You're gonna
Yes. Yeah.
phase off into Google land or whatever.
You have the greatest content in the world, and if they're asleep, what good is it?
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all did good tonight.
Well, thank you.
sir. We had a good time.
I'm so glad to see y'all in concert. Q had told me so much about all y'all.
Oh,
And
we love Q.
And then, of course, getting to come having
Q's
this.
an idiot too.
He is.
Yeah.
Having this year off, it gives me the opportunity to come do this. So
Sure.
Thank y'all
nice.
for
Yeah.
blessing
thanks
me.
for
We
letting
tonight.
appreciate you coming
Yeah,
out, Mark.
thank you.
I think we talked about this, if I'm not mistaken. We had lunch together in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, about 3 years ago.
Wow.
And you said if there's a time that I slow down a little bit, I'm going to come out and be
And
with
I
you.
did.
Absolutely.
And you should too.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Tell them.
They have an idiot in their group.
Yeah.
Just like I was.
And don't you forget.
He's a funny idiot. We love him. Love all you guys.
Love you,
Thank you,
Mark.
Mark.
Thank you.
I don't want to end yet. That was not meant to be. Y'all, we're back. Thank you for hanging around. I'm reading your comments. Lonell Morgan, really funny. Cindy Anderson, it's tomorrow in Ireland. Hello, Cindy in Ireland. Can you believe that?
That's
Ireland.
amazing. Dublin?
Yeah. I mean, Ireland. What? I don't know. Are you in Dublin? Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, no one can sleep through the Mark Lowry concert. Hi in Paradise. Hello, Nigel Stott, Leona Eckleberry, Paula Shepard. She's always here. Thank you, Paula, for always reposting. She's the one that always reposted the Gaither pages.
Awesome.
What were we going to do? Oh, I wanted to tell you why Cheryl Rogers and her wonderful husband, Art, who's over here. Say hi, Art.
Hello, Art.
And Art has put up lights. He was a TV man over at ABC, right? for
Yeah, the
years?
ABC affiliate here in town.
So I told him I'm going to do my little Monday night YouTube, Facebook, Twitter show, and I hope y'all shared this. The more you share these, look, he's messing with the light. The more you share these, the more people will see it, and I hope you'll do that so we can grow our little show that could. 906 of y'all are watching right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. I was just telling Art while that was playing, because I'd already heard those boys do that talking. So I was reading your comments and talking to Art. I said, when this is over, I'm almost wishing because I think I got to wait a whole nother week before I get to be with y'all again, and I do enjoy it. This is Cheryl Rogers' father. I want you to get a good look at that picture. Tell us about him, Cheryl.
Dad was a jazz pianist, self-taught. He started playing when he was about 3 years old. At 4 years old, he had his own radio show. And he played all his life. And my favorite comment, people would say, Randy, do you read music? And he'd say, not enough to hurt my playing. And he played for years and years and years and worked on the weekends, worked at all the television stations here in Atlanta. But he was on Every Day Live with Dick Van Dyke in the 1950s. And they did a music and comedy show called The Merry Mutes. And so Dick Van Dyke told me one time, he said, your dad taught me how to sing harmony. And that's one of the sweetest things ever, because I'm just such a big fan of his.
Well, the music, you know what? I could probably play a little of it for y'all. Well, I mean, it's just us. It's Monday night.
It's just us.
We got nowhere to be.
Well, and if you're gonna play something from Dad's little record.
Can I play? Which one would you
Play
suggest?
that first one.
Okay.
This was recorded at a restaurant where Dad played in 1963 at Atlanta Square Mall. For those of you that are in Atlanta, called Johannen's, and this is just him and his trio playing. But it'll make you happy.
And let me see if you can hear this.
Mark says that my daddy dances on the keys.
He dances on the
I think
keyboards.
that's a good description. I think that's real.
Can we hear it?
Here we go.
Listen. Can you hear that? Anyway, that's her daddy, and it's not available anywhere because
Except for tonight.
I mean, except for tonight on Mondays with Mark. Isn't that amazing? And it was just he and his trio in a restaurant somewhere.
They just put up mics and recorded a record.
And you said to me today, I'm going to get my iced tea swallowed.
Get your tea there, brother.
You said, because we're wanting to do songs that have moved us through the year. Like one of them that I love is Thank You, Lord, for saving my soul. Thank you, Lord, for making me whole. Thank you, Lord, for giving to me thy great salvation, so rich and free. Okay, now you said today at lunch your daddy loved that old Stuart Hamblin song. Stuart Hamblin.
Oh yes, it is no secret what God can do, what He's done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He'll comfort you. It is no secret what God can do.
Put it in our key.
We'll see. It is no
So we'll do the verse. The chimes of time. That's too low.
Okay.
The chimes of time ring out the news. Another day is through. Someone slipped and fell. Was that someone you? And you may have longed for added strength, your courage to renew. Do not be disheartened, for I have news for you. It is no secret what God can do, what He's done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He will pardon you. It is no secret what God can do. Won't that be a pretty record? What do y'all think? Let me see your comments. Let's see what it is. No, Paula Scott. Hello, Paula. Love the old songs, Debbie Brown says. Hey, Mark, pretty song, Jamie Wright. Hey, Jamie, Sandra Mirabelli. I still can't read music, but the keys light up. Okay, Sandra. Jean Ann Lipscomb says, yes, Lord. Yep, it's no secret. Isn't that the truth? We were talking about the Lord today, weren't we?
We were.
Oh, man, He's so easy.
Car conversation.
Huh?
We had car conversation.
We did, and lunch conversation. Oh, man, the car conversation. You know what? God is so good. And I hope you're going to have the best week of your life. Now, we're not done yet.
No,
Don't think
Okay.
that
Now,
we're
what
done.
is it?
I want you to know that if you go over to marklowry.com, you can get the Mark Lowry bobblehead special. $7.50. Normally $15, ladies and gentlemen, but this week and this week only at marklowry.com. Get your bobblehead special this week. $7.50. God bless. Anyway, let's see. I got to get rid of that. Okay, now we're back. Hey. Okay, now, what else can we do? Oh my goodness. Well, I know we're going to get to Jackie Patillo, of course, but I just want to know if there's anything else. Well, okay, I guess I'll see you next week after Jackie Patillo. Y'all, pray tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Pray all this week. The first part of the next few days, we're going to need prayer for my throat and her fingers, because we're going to record some songs, just piano and me, and we're going to see if that'll work. And because it's fun to do it like sitting here next to each other, you know, because you can there's a connection. But when you put on the headphones, or you have to be far away because bleeding and you know that recording stuff. You know, it just takes. God leaves the room. No, He doesn't. It's just harder for old Mark to hear sometimes. Well, okay, my friend Jackie, what a journey she's had. And she is the president of the Gospel Music Association, which I've been a member since I was 11.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
Well, I'll tell that on the tape, but I'll tell you. Since I was 11, Mama bought me a lifetime membership when I was 11.
Beverly.
And then I grew up to be in the Hall of Fame. And that, I mean,
that's cool.
God has been good to me, if y'all can't tell. I just thought I'd share that with y'all, because it is such an honor to sing songs. I mean, I am so thankful I get to sing about somebody I'm in love with, the Lord Jesus. Okay, let's get to Jackie. All right, here we go. Oh, you know, y'all, I could get a director, but it wouldn't be near as much fun for y'all. I know you love this.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, well, y'all wouldn't like that at all. You'd say, Mark, what is the Gospel Music Association? Why should anybody watching care?
Oh, if you love Jesus, if you've been moved by the music, if you love to worship Him, and you love to spread the gospel through music, and if you found the songs from heaven to be a lifeline for your soul, then you need to be a member of the Gospel Music Association.
Wow.
We are a trade association, and so we at the GMA, we are the hub and the center of the wheel, I like to put it. We unify our community, because together as one voice, we're able to make a difference in ways that we cannot individually. So from a standpoint, from a practical standpoint, like advocacy, you know, we're able to add our voice to bills that are taking place in Washington, D.C. that affect
copyrights and things like that.
Intellectual properties.
Right.
You know, the mission of the GMA is to expose, promote, and celebrate the gospel through music. And we do that in a few different ways. I like to put it past, present, future terms, in that we celebrate our past by honoring our legacy and inducting people into the GMA Gospel Music Hall of Fame, which you are a Hall of Famer.
And also I'm a lifetime member since I was 11.
You're a lifetime member and a GMA Hall of Famer.
I know. My mother had a vision for me, I'm telling you. She decided I would be a lifetime member when I was 11. So we
pay homage to our heritage. And then for the future, we have a conference called Immerse, where we speak into the next generation of artists and Christian leaders, gathering industry professionals, songwriters, and artists to help share, mentor, and train the next ones. And then most people know us by the Dove Awards, and this year is going to be the 50th annual Dove Awards. And I like to refer to our artists as modern day Christian soldiers. Because
why soldiers? I like
you
so
may
warlike.
Hear them on the radio, and you may think that fortune and fame is fabulous. But people like yourself who have written songs and dedicated their lives to be on the road to share the gospel, there's a lot of sacrifice involved. And there's and so those that you see on the Dove Awards are having the most impact in our culture today. Those that are on the road the most, those that are on the radio, those that are really touching and affecting lives in tremendous ways. And it's more than just an award show.
Right.
It's an opportunity to shine a light on the work that really is being done. Under the fact that media understands the award show concept means it's that one time a year that we can bring together all styles of music, because as you know, Christian gospel music is not style-based, it's message-based.
Right.
And so we bring together all styles of music, Southern gospel, rap, hip-hop, CCM, gospel, onto one stage, and we celebrate as one. And the media shows up and pays attention, and the world gets to see and experience the power of God through music.
And there's a big gospel music celebration that I'm going to also get to be a part of in New York City coming.
Right.
Tell them about that.
Well, one of our special tributes to this being our 50th anniversary is we're going to be at Carnegie Hall in February, the weekend of Valentine's Day.
Won't that be
and
fun?
Mark Lowry is going to be there at Carnegie Hall. We're going to have a blast.
And then afterwards, we're all going on a boat ride.
That's right. That's
around
right. It's gonna be fun.
the Statue of Liberty
The
or something.
Hudson. We're going to be on the Hudson.
I know. I hope they don't land any planes that night.
That's
Remember when
right.
that plane landed on the Hudson? They made that movie.
They said Miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah. Thank you, Jackie Patillo, for being on my little show on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And I love what you're doing with the Gospel Music Association, and I am honored to be a member and in the Hall of Fame. I love you guys.
I love you, Mark Lowry. You are an inspiration to my life, and I'm so grateful. I'm humbled that you would ask me to be on your show.